my true crime lovelies. Hello, Queen. You had your notifications on, ma'am. How are you doing? Let me know how I'm sounding. Hi, Susan. Hello, Afton. This is gonna be quick. Ooh, oh my God! If I don't tear up anything, it'll be quick. I got some documents, some jail documents for Donna. Hi, BD. And I think it'll be good for us to go over it before we watch the video. I was going to do it after, but I don't want to be up until midnight tonight if I can help it. So, hi, creative minds. Am I coming in clear? Everybody can hear me okay? Am I too loud? Am I fuzzy? It was very warm here in New York today. OMG, it was warm. I was walking around a lot with my coat over the stroller. I picked Sugar Bear up early and we went to Central Park. There was lots of kids, so he had a great time. One of them had bubbles, and so they played bubbles. He got on the big slide. Oh, 73. It wasn't that good. Oh, thank you, Whitney. Okay. Hey, Irene. All right, let's hop right into it because we're going to watch her video, her testimony right after this. But I'm like, girl, you know the district attorney can pull these if I pulled them, right? I'm gonna need her to get it all the way together. I want to be on the other side. Okay, so this is her inmate event log. When we watch the testimony, you'll see that she's saying she can't exercise at all, right? Like they have her trapped somewhere. And I think she says something about like if she's pacing, they tell her to stop or some such thing. So yeah. But right here, on the 18th of February, it says in her log, had shower and exercise. Now, is it Pilates? Probably not. But is it exercise? That's what it says here, ma'am. And then, sorry, I'm trying to get myself in the middle of the, I figured, yeah, I got to move the computer and not myself. Not just a hat rack. Okay. Then on the 17th, she had a shower and exercise. On Valentine's Day, she was out for exercise and a shower. Now this says auto-generated, but I figure there's like a button they push. Somebody let her exercise. On the 12th, she had exercise and a shower at 12:53. On the 10th, exercise. I didn't see one on the 11th. But they do, you see these confinement log notes, they do go on and check on them when they're in solitary confinement. Physical appearance, okay. Attitude, okay. Remarks. Inmates are resting, talking, and using their tablets. So her solitary confinement, she's in a pod and not in a single cell. At this part of the report, it'll say it when they change her. So yeah, the 10th, the exercise is there. The 7th, out for time. And then this I thought was interesting, not related to exercise, but it says inmate Adelson Donna was offered to clean her room and sink out when pod locked down. She advised this officer that she was tired and would try again with the oncoming morning officer. I will note and advise the oncoming officer that she needs to clean her room. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. No housekeepers in jail, Donna. Go ahead and clean up that sink, girl. Clean up that room. So here in the exercise log, she only had a shower. But I feel like exercise was offered. I'm not sure. I feel like if it wasn't offered, they would have made a note. You know what I mean? 86 degrees in Sydney, Australia. Hi, Lisa Marie. You sure did. A last minute live. I was going to try to record it, but I ran out of time. So I'm like, let me just, because I want you guys to see this before we watch her video of her testimony. So here they're looking at her like physical appearance, okay. Attitude, okay. Remarks, resting on bunk, movement observed, meaning she's not dead. I saw her move. And then we have on the 5th, shower and exercise. And then nurse Pride enters pod M to give medication to inmate Donna Adelson at 11:42 p.m. So one of the things said like she often gets it at like 2 or 3 in the morning. I mean, I guess 11:42 is old for like, how old is she? 74 for a 74-year-old woman. Clearly it's not late for us because we're here and it's only 9:44, but it's, we're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So confinement log, resting and sitting on bunk, no hygiene items needed, hygiene items exchanged, had a shower on the 4th, did not have her exercise. And this is curious because I'm wondering if it's related to not having exercise. Miscellaneous. Inmate Adelson accepted her time out. What do you guys think she was on timeout for? For not cleaning her room and the sink? I wish they would have put that in there. Okay, so here on the 3rd, at approximately 14:55 hours, I was contacted by Lieutenant Ashley Mills, and this is someone Bateman who wrote this, or maybe D. Bateman. It could be Bateman. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So in regards to a possible extortion incident, Lieutenant Mills advised that defendant Donna Adelson made complaints of being extorted while housed in Unit 5 Annex. At approximately 1500 hours, 3 o'clock, I made contact with Adelson in the medical supervisor's office to gain information on the alleged incident. I asked Adelson to explain to me what had transpired. Adelson stated the following information in essence. She had been ordering canteen items for the alleged suspect for a couple of months. Now, remember, this is February 3rd. So we'll look at November, December, January, Commissary, and see if this holds true. She had been ordering canteen items for the alleged suspect for a couple of months due to her being threatened. The suspect allegedly approached her months ago and told her that if she did not pay her every week, that she would knock her teeth out. Do you guys remember if Charlie ever mentioned to his mom about being extorted on the phone? I'm just curious, like, this seems like a stretch if it's not true. Do you know? Yeah. Who's gonna knock an old lady's teeth out? Anyway. The suspect initially grabbed her arm and twisted it behind her while making the threat. She has been ordering $100 worth of canteen for the suspect for weeks. The suspect does not retrieve the items from her directly, but she sends her friends, aka cronies, the items from her from Adelson. She stated that the transactions are always made in the bathroom area where there are no cameras located. She stated that she is really in fear of the suspect and did not want to say anything. Now, I think it's common sense why there's no cameras in the bathroom or the showers, right? That's pretty straightforward. But then her attorney, the female attorney that used to be the funeral director or works out of a funeral, I don't remember. Kathy said something about it on Gossip Rumor and Innuendo this morning or yesterday morning. And so she is like overemphasizing that there's no cameras as if to imply there should be. But it seems like that if you're going to make up a story, you would make it up where the location has no cameras, right? Because she already said she screamed one time before, so I would have just started screaming. What was she gonna do to you at that point? Like before you ever bought her anything, right? So she's in fear of the suspect. She would just keep paying the suspect to ensure her safety and keep down confusion. She stated that she informed the doctor of this information in hopes the doctor would keep the conversation confidential. The doctor is a mandatory reporter, and Donna knows that. Yeah, she did not want to be relocated from Unit 5, and she stated that she was fine just paying the suspect because she did not want to be moved to Pod M. I then asked Adelson to provide me with the name of the suspect, to which she refused. I advised Adelson that I could not assist her with the incident if she did not provide me any information. I then asked if she could recall when the situation initiated. She replied, "No, I don't remember!" exclamation point. She then stated that she does not want to provide the name of the person because she is scared of her. I informed her that we would place a separation on her and the suspect if she provided the name, to which she refused. Adelson, so they can't protect her if they don't know anything about it, right? Oh, thank you, Carolyn, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. I didn't even realize she said her pretty white teeth. Her other favorite thing is she calls herself fancy. Remember she said someone called her fancy white lady? And then there was something, not at this last hearing, but at the hearing before that, where she said the word fancy in it. And I'm like, it's such an old-timey word. Do you know what I mean? Like younger people, I mean, I'm not even younger, but I don't go around repeatedly saying fancy unless I'm being sarcastic, like, oh, you fancy now. You know what I mean? Like, Her husband is a dentist. She had to give a shout out to Harvey. Her teeth are pretty white. Oh, Donna. Okay. So that would she provide a name? No. She continuously stated that she just wanted to call her husband. Since Adelson failed to cooperate and provide any information of her alleged claim, I am unable to identify a suspect. Lieutenant Mills placed the defendant on protective custody and completed a report of the incident. This information will be attached to the initial report as a supplemental. Any further information will be documented in additional supplemental reports. Okay. So then we've got February 3rd. This is basically the same thing, but it's a different recantation by this person. So I'm not going to repeat it for the sake of time. If you're on the watch crew, you can pause it, but here live, we're going to skip over it. Shout out to the replay crew. I appreciate you if you're here, or, when you're watching this, drop a little heart. Let me know. Even if you don't want to put a comment, just put like a blue heart. Inmate moved in pod M0901, right? So now she's in the pod instead of where she was. She did not want to be moved. New incoming protective custody status. Defendant file review. No, we're going to January 23rd. Defendant is adjusting well through our conversation. There are no noted incidents to report during this review period. Defendant has a case management conference set for 2/11. For those of you guys who were with me last night, these are in chronological order by most recent date. So that's why we're going backwards, if you're wondering. Okay, today, while supervising Unit 5 pod, I observed inmates Bird Patricia and Donna Adelson sitting on Donna Adelson's bed, laughing and talking prior to inmate Bird sitting on inmate Adelson's bed. I observed her walking from inmate Adelson's bed with canteen in her arms. Dun, dun, dun. So is she one of the people? Or is just Donna paying them off and it's not really extortion? Like she's voluntarily giving them that for protection. Do you know what I mean? Because this is before she moved pods. Or it could be one of the person's cronies. Yeah, Miss Clark. She was talking. Oh, wait. I approached both inmates and asked inmate Bird why she was sitting on inmate Adelson's bed. Inmate Adelson stated, "It's okay. I was talking with her." Inmate Bird stated, "Yeah, Miss Clark, she was talking to me and giving me advice because she is keeping me on the right track after losing my 2 aunts. She is my jail grandma." Oh, how proud Donna's family must be that she's a jail grandma. And would you listen to somebody who's in there for murder on how to get right and stay on the right track? We are so far afoot of right. I carried on the conversation by asking inmate Adelson, "Is this the reason why the two of you have been walking and talking to each other lately?" And inmate Adelson said, "Yes." Inmate Adelson advised me that the girls in the pod called her their jail grandmother and they like talking to her. I told her that I approached the two of them because I saw Bird sitting on her bed and that it is against the pod rules. And remember when we saw Christina Randall's video, she was like, "That's a no-no. You don't sit on." It's like it's a violation to sit on someone's bed because that's like really they're technically the only space that's theirs, so to speak. And she was like, new people make that mistake and let someone sit on their bed and then basically like that you belong to them. I don't know. It sounds animalistic. Inmate Adelson stated, "Everything is okay. I look after her," which is why she gave Bird the canteen. I asked her if she was sure everything was okay for the final time, and inmate Adelson stated, "Yes, I did not observe any signs of fear or discomfort." Inmate Adelson was smiling and had positive energy the entire time I was speaking with both inmates. I gave inmate Bird a direct order to go back to her assigned bunk, and she did without any hesitation. Both inmates were advised to go in the day room area if they wish to communicate with each other. There is nothing further to report at this time. Yeah, and I think that's just a standard rule. Obviously, you don't want any sex happening in there either. But it's interesting that she asked her in front of her because I feel like if there were potential for abuse, why would you say that in front of the abuser, right? They're less likely to be forthcoming. Like when you have a domestic violence incident and police come out, they separate the two. Or they separate all witnesses because they don't want you to, pick up pieces of testimony or like match up stories. But especially in that case, right? Because if the person is standing next to them and you are actually in fear for your life, how likely are you to say you're in fear for your life, you know? But they said Donna had positive energy, which I'm surprised. I mean, I'm sure around people she likes, she does. She just gives off so much like RBF. It's hard to imagine. Okay, defendant file reviewed. I'm gonna just go through the exercise because I want to make sure we get over to the other stream of her testimony. Okay, exercise on the 16th of November, on the 8th of November. Razor refused, offered but refused. She filled out her absentee ballot. Now, you guys remember Chief Mack? He's the one who came and testified when Donna first got to Leon County. He advised, Captain Dent advised, per Chief Mack, inmate Adelson is allowed to have 3 blue, I think this is bins, 1 for personal items and 2 for legal mail. So she's pulling a Sarah and taking up space. Defendant file reviewed, and there was 1 incident during this review period. Defendant file will be reviewed within 30 days. Okay. Let's just go through. She received legal mail from the warehouse. I had the defendant come to the breezeway in the annex. Maybe I'll do another one where I go through all of these so we can have a good kiki. This is really foundational for watching her testimony. And I'm sure the prosecutor pulled this. Did her attorneys pull it? Probably not. Here we have her on this is last year, going out for exercise and for recreation. So there's clearly a pattern, right, of her going places. So now let's look at her commissary. How big is that? Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. Can I do that? I swear I test these out before, and then somehow when you click on that hide the tab, it resizes it. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I just don't like the toolbar there. Okay, let's get on with it. So here, this goes back to when she was first arrested, right? So it begins on 11/21/23, and I want to compare what was she doing when she first got there versus what she's doing recently. So this touch pay web deposit, $100 in. She paid out for a sick call and some prescriptions. She got another $100 in. All these food fees, it's $270 a day. I can't believe they can feed them 3 meals for $270 a day. No wonder she's not getting that protein. Touch pay web deposit, $99. Her order debit, $42.43. So we're going to see a pattern. It's going to hover around like the 40. It goes from like 39 to 43 typically. But most of the money that Harvey is sending her, and I'm assuming it's Harvey, who else is sending her money like this? Wendy's not. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so order $42.43, touch pay web deposit $150, order debit $42, right? Then we get here, we're in January of 24. Order debit, this is the highest one that I've seen, $73.13. But again, this is at the beginning of last year. Touch pay web deposit $100, and I imagine she's probably like getting shampoo and some other stuff. Order debit $39.25. Another debit $39.96, $39.90, $100. Here it's $40 that she takes out. The $100 is the deposit. Okay, so we see what that is looking like in the beginning of 2024. Again, February. $39.95, deposit $100, order $40, right? So now we're going to go to, what did she say, October? She didn't specify when in October, so I'll just give her the benefit of the entire month. Close your eyes if the scrolling is going to bother you. I am like, oh my God, I just need to get to the bottom. So here we go. October, she's got a $100 deposit on the 3rd. $39.99 is what she spent on the 5th of October. Then another $39.95 then another $100. This one is $39.99 on the 17th, and then again on the 25th of October. She gets another deposit of $100, and then she doesn't buy anything again until, and I believe, didn't someone say there's a restriction? Maybe that, no, because we saw the $70 one. I think one of you guys told me that there's like a limit of $40, but then I don't know how that explains the 70, or maybe they made an exception. At any rate, she's still spending about the same that she was before with the same frequency. Here, someone gave her money in a kiosk, which I don't know if that means they paid it in a kiosk because it says kiosk deposit, or it's payment toward like phone calls specifically, because Securus and JPay are the communication companies that provide services to the jails. I think to the prisons too. So another deposit, November 22nd. She has a $40 order. Then, so this one might be, because this is 22nd and the 28th. So maybe this one is an extra one. No, but I feel like she's been getting 2 a month. No. Okay. So December 5th, $39.87. Touch pay deposit on the 12th. She orders about $40 worth of food. She gets another Securus kiosk, $10. I think that must be phone or tablet, right? What else is she doing with $10 at a time? So 12/21, she spent about $40. Harvey deposited $100. Day after Christmas, she spent about $40. New Year's Eve, Harvey sent $100. January 3rd of this year, she spent about $40. 110, she spent $40. Now, is this an extra? She did. So this month she bought 3, but maybe she was cooking up her plan and realized, I've got to figure out how I'm going to make this story work. She didn't give it a lot of time though. And then she's giving it away to all her granddaughters, her jail granddaughters. So $40 on the 24th of January, $100 Harvey gave her on the 25th. So let's count in February. How many did she do? One $40 purchase on the 1st, another $40 purchase on the 8th, another $40. Okay, so January, February, we see the extra purchase. And this only went through 2/18 because we're at 2/28. So doesn't that seem sus? And then here are her notes. Do not enclose. Oh, you know what? Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to cut this short. That's enough of, these are notes, which are kind of funny that I want to go through. Like, she's asking for bras, but I'll do a separate video on that. I just wanted to give the primer. Let me look at what you guys are saying. And then we'll hop over to watching her testimony. Oh yeah, those were in her notes, right? She was gonna get liposuction on her arm. She's gonna need more than she's gonna need, if she ever gets out, some Ozempic or whatever that other one is with the W. In a big ornate chair, tapping her nails on its arm, all black long dress. Who, Donna? Oh my God. She has a ton of money to buy decent food, and we can see she is doing that a lot. No sympathy for her. Right. And there's meals and other things, and she's complaining about the carbs. Ma'am, you're in jail. There's not like lobster and filet mignon in here and sushi and all, because we know how you and Charlie like your sushi. I mean, I like it too, but I didn't commit any crime, so I can have it when I would like. But it's just like, we'll talk about it when we get over to I feel like she was trying to guilt trip the judge. If there are problems with the jail, there are different, first of all, and I did download the inmate handbook because we're going to need it when we hear her testimony. But you're accused of a crime. The evidence is overwhelming. The judge has already seen your son go to trial with very similar evidence. I'm not going to say exactly the same, but obviously where those two are interacting, it's the same. And so it's like, I don't know what you want from him. You're not at the Ritz. It's meant to be rough. I also am wondering, does anybody think if he lets her out, that like her and Harvey will do a double unaliving? I also heard the Markell sent a letter. Okay. let us I have linked the next video where we're going to watch her testimony, so if you hang out here, it'll zoom you over there, and just give me 2 shakes because I need to load up the video there. Wait, Donna's living large. When you consider the cost of commissary items, there is a limit per spin cycle. Okay, that's what I thought. Maybe it's in the handbook. I'll look through. Oh, he would order packages. So maybe we need to get incoming packages to, I see what you're saying. Like maybe one of those eye care packages. But she said she would order double. I guess he was sending her a package outside of the $100 that he's sending her every 2 weeks. Good point. Thank you for clarifying that. I do remember that now. I hope they do. I don't think she should have taken the stand. Like she's kind of following in Sarah's footsteps a little bit, except I mean, and I feel like she's running her attorneys, right? And then she's insisting on taking the stand. I don't think they're going to give a bond. I want to find the Markel letter too. I wonder if the health care she needed was unnecessary, and that's why her attorney was told she needed a court order. Oh, I wonder. I think Donna told her that because somewhere in the handbook it does talk about court orders, but it's a specific set of conditions to go out for those, right? I don't think she actually asked anyone, can I go to an ENT, make an appointment? What do I need to do? I don't think she's going to get out on bond. I mean, come on, the whole vacation story. She's very much a flight risk. Oh, I love Carl. I've been watching him since Charlie's trial because he went there. Katie Kool-Lady is friends with him, and I think so too. Hello, welcome. Okay, everybody, we're going to zoom on over and watch the, what do I want to call her? The Don. Watch the Don testify. The Grandma Gotti. Oh, is that okay? I love her channel too. I didn't see that, but I will definitely check that out because I want to hear it. I mean, they've suffered enough. Dan didn't get to go walk around outside and have a, like you took his life, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. Apparently, no, I'm not. We're gonna go to the other one. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Hopefully, I'll see you all over on Donna's testimony video. All right. Toodles.